Hello, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to be talking about some hand movements. And so in Nia, we have arm movements. We actually are going to also talk about what is called sink and pivot table wipe. And then we're going to do some of the hand movements. And the hand movements are very interesting because they allow us to take the dance into the whole body. And oftentimes when we use the hand movements, it also allows us to integrate the head because we have the head and eye movements. So we're able to watch the hands, and then that gets our head involved in the dance. So welcome to this Nia tutorial. Okay, so let's do the sink and pivot table wipe. Sink and pivot has to do with the bow stance. And so I take one leg out and then I take the arm across the body. This could be palm down. It could also be palm up, which feels very, very different, right? So that would be a Nia move, which is called palm directions. So we can move the palm down or up or in different planes. So this is the sink and pivot. It could be more energetic. You could take it lower, and you could make the arm very strong to build strength and stability. We also have touching as one of the Nia 52 moves. So we could touch our body. We could also touch the space. And sometimes when we're touching the space, we also do a Nia move, which is called web spaces. And so this is where you extend your fingers as wide as you can to feel the space between them, the web spaces. In Nia, we also have fists as a Nia 52 move. We did these when we were doing our punches, for example. This would be the fist, but we also have hand pumps. And so we can pump the hand. And when you do this and for an extended period of time, you'll notice that you'll feel this in your wrist and forearm, actually your forearm muscles, the tendons crossing over the wrist joints. So you can think about having a squeeze ball, stress ball. Those used to be very popular where you could squeeze. But gripping strength is actually a really important thing, right? To be able to grip strongly. We also have some finger movements, so finger extensions. So for example, when we talk about the fingers in Nia, each finger actually represents a different aspect of the dance. So the thumb tends to be what we call the nurture finger. The index finger is our desire finger. The middle finger is our balance, but is also our power finger. Then we have our commitment finger, the ring finger, commitment to you and what you desire. And then for the pinky finger, we have vulnerability and boundaries. So we can talk about, for example, balance finger. So we can extend the middle finger down and we could come into cat stance. And energetically, we might feel a little bit more stable if we bring the balance finger into that. So cat stance with balance finger, yes. We also have what is called the middle finger crossover. So I can cross my fingers. That's a spiraling motion of those bones. And so that's a very interesting feeling. So my index finger is on the bottom. We could also, and generally I have to do this, we could cross the index finger over the top. So that could be also middle finger crossover. So this is very much like a mudra in yoga, hand movements. And so these can represent different things in our dance, but spiraling for sure. We also have what is called spear finger. So this is oftentimes invoked when we're doing the martial arts. So if you say, I am two, and you bring your fingers together, then you have spear finger. We can also have the thumb here and the fingers curled in. So this could be your spear finger. So we might come into sumo stance and move the spear finger around. And energetically, my hands are very, very energized, right? They're very strong. And then I can watch them. And then I have now incorporated the whole body, the whole spine into the dance. We also have what is called the finger flicks. So you can imagine if you were just flicking water, that would be finger flicks. You take your fingers to your thumb and you flick the water, right? And then we could have individual finger flicks. So I could finger flick individual fingers, and then I could alternate my finger flicks too. So I could have one hand and then the other, one hand and then the other. And so this is neuroplasticity is a huge part of Nia. So being able to finger flick and do something like 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, heel, lead, right? And then spear finger here, stepping behind, here, stepping behind, and then switching sides, finger flick, and then spear finger, stepping out, back, yes. And so when we dance, sometimes you learn the bass, but then as you progress and become more comfortable with the bass, then you move into more of the arm and the hand movements. And it just adds another layer of complexity to your emotions and to your physical body. This is your gesturing, right? And so gesture is an important aspect of the Nia class experience. So let's see how this might play out with some music. Okay, let's take it here. We're just gonna touch. Pause, touch, pause. One hand to the back of the body, one hand to the front. You'll notice here that we're also doing hip bumps. Touching, touching. Hip bumps. Now, how about web spaces, sumo stance? Web space, touch the space. Arms, look, 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 look. Getting ready for sink and pivot right here. You can take it up a little higher. Palm down, palm directions. Now, spear finger. How about this? Spear finger, ninja walk. Look. Spear finger. Sink and rise. Lateral travel. Two more. Last one. Balance finger. Here it is. Cat stance. Switch. Middle finger down. Switch. Now, let's try the middle finger crossover. Feel the spirals? You can watch them as you move. Take them around. The spine. Now, sumo stance. Like it, take it back. Take it back. Middle finger crossover. Now take it forward and down. Forward and down. Forward and down. And pause. Fists. Shoulders. spine. Now we're gonna bring our feet together in open stance. Now fist pumps, open and close. Fist pumps. Now let's take it down. Fist pumps. Let's take it back up. Sinking your hips down. A stance. Fists. Spiral. Take this down just a little bit. Straight. Now we're going to turn this into all the finger flicks. Alternate. You can take it low plane, middle plane, high plane. Now, thumbs. Let's take it here. Take it to the back corner. Take it here. Thumb, 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 thumb. Take it here. Nurture finger. Pelvic circles. Thumb, thumb, thumb. Back to your fist pumps. Beautiful. Bring it back in. Using the hands as part of the dance. Yay.